Hello, truth seekers. Welcome back. O.J. Simpson has been in the news recently, and CNN is promoting a new special reliving the trial. They like to keep bringing this story back as if it's important. Even when I was a kid, I had no idea why people thought this story was important. Out of all the stuff happening in the world, I couldn't figure out why people were so fixated on one murder story. Anyhow, it's all a little more clear now. Let me show you something, Truth Seeker. This is the story that's in the media. O.J. Simpson Heisman Trophy found. If you don't know what the Heisman Trophy is, it is the collegiate award for essentially being the most outstanding player. One player gets it each year in the NCAA for men's football. It happens to be a word with 33 gematria, just like the name Simpson. Using the Pythagorean gematria, the name Simpson sums to 33, Heisman sums to 33, and from the story, it says the value of the trophy is $33.5 million. What do you know? Also, the story made me think about something. The trophy's from the year 1968. That's 33 years before 2001. That's the year 911 was made the National Emergency Dialing Code, World Trade Center construction started, George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones, the movie Space Odyssey 2001 came out. 33 years. Well, it's been 14 years this September 11th, but it's been 47 years since 1968. This other important number, 3347, so often coded together. At Super Bowl 47, we're talking about football here. At Super Bowl 47, we had the 33-minute blackout. Lots of 33-47. It was the 47th season of professional football that was the first year they had the Super Bowl. That was the year 66-67, but the 47th season. Truth Seeker. This 33 thing with O.J. Simpson is through and through. Most recently, he was arrested and sentenced to prison for 33 years on the 13-year anniversary of when he was first acquitted, to the day. 13 years later, he got a 33-year prison sentence. The attorney has a 33 name. Let's go back to the original murder, Truth Seeker. I question if there even was a murder now. I think it might have all been a giant hoax, a distraction, meant to take our eye off the ball, like what seems all news media does. Okay, so let's break down the name Orenthal James Simpson, which is what O.J. Simpson stands for. Orenthal in Pythagorean gematria sums to 39, this very important number. James 12, Simpson 33. Put it all together, it sums to 84. 84, Truth Seeker. Like United States of America with Pythagorean gematria. 1984. Maybe there's something deeper and darker about O.J. Simpson than any of us know, and that's why they have us all giving him so much attention. I mean, I could never explain as a kid why anyone was so into the story, why it was so important, why we needed to know about it. You know, I don't think anybody can, but most people in this country know something and have an opinion about the O.J. Simpson trial. I was just a little kid when it happened. His initials sum to 44, like the word kill. He was also born in the year 47. Here we go again. Perhaps that's why we're getting this tribute 47 years after his Heisman Trophy. His attorneys, Truth Seeker. Three of the biggest names: Robert Shapiro, 33-41-74. Johnny Cochran, 39-35-74. Robert Kardashian, 74. Think of his daughter Kim. Chloe's another 33 name. Just through and through, Truth Seeker. I shouldn't have said all of his attorneys. Sometimes I exaggerate on my blog, but that's enough of them, isn't it? More than a coincidence. All right, so now let's look at the date of the crime scene. It is said to have been discovered at 1210. Think about the number 121. That has much to do with revelation. Just like 49. In simple English gematria, it's 121. With Pythagorean gematria, it's 49, both reduced to the number 4. So on this date, June 13th, 1994, the bodies of Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson were found. It's a date with 33 numerology. In the story, June 12th is also mentioned. There was loud noise late June 12th. Think about that. The numerology of that day is 32, just like the word America. Very significant number to the United States, 32. So 32, 33 are the numerology for the nights this is going on. It took place at this address, 875 South Bundy Drive. Numerology and gematria combines for 74. If you're not aware, Truth Seeker, the word Jesus equals 74, the word cross equals 74, the word Jewish equals 74, the word Messiah equals 74, pinnacle, Muhammad, through and through. Only one state has a gematria of 74. It is Oregon, the 33rd state. Think about Jesus being crucified on the cross at the age of 33. Jesus and cross are 74. It's more than that, Truth Seeker. I'm just trying to give you a little bit. Oh, yeah, and then you just think about the associations with like Ted Bundy. We already been trained to think about this serial killer. Just some more stuff, Truth Seeker. I'll link the article. I do want to talk about Ron Goldman, though. Let's look at his name. Ron, 47. Goldman, 66. Remember, the Heisman Trophy's found 47 years later. We're finding a lot of 47 in this story. Ron Goldman sums to 113, this infamous date. This number that gets coded so often, especially in sports. The names Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant equal 113. Michael Jordan once unexpectedly retired on January 13th, 113. Just a couple weeks before Super Bowl 33, which was on 131, on a date with a numerology of 33. Anyhow, let's also look at the other victim this day. His wife, Nicole Simpson. NS, these initials are 33. Just like TM for Trayvon Martin, 33. Just like GZ for George Zimmerman, 7 plus 26, 33. Trayvon Martin was buried March 3rd, just like the date Rodney King was beat, March 3rd, 3-3. Also, of course, she bears the Simpson name, this 33 gematria. You see how long they've been doing this to us, Truth Seeker? We just didn't catch on because it wasn't as frequent as it is now. Imagine if we got an O.J. Simpson story every month or every other week or every week like how it is now. We would have caught on. It just took time. Yeah, it's so bad, Truth Seeker. I mean, it's just, you can't explain why they do this to us. It's insanity. So here's what I want to close out with. I found this person's video. It's someone giving information about Ron Goldman. Perhaps this is an insight into how these hoaxes are done to us. Perhaps this is how a Ron Goldman is picked out of a pack and given a name for such an event. Check it out, Truth Seeker. This guy's channel is called Serpents Rising. I can't vouch for his videos. I've never watched them, but this one is helpful and interesting. Also, look at this. A lot of people have taken the trouble to not like this, usually a sign that there's good information within.
Ron Goldman was 25, an aspiring actor, loving son, and young man ready for marriage.
I have to spend the next, 50, 60 years of my life alone, knowing that the person that I was expecting to live with is gone.
Delving into Ronald Goldman's background is like entering into a dark and mysterious abyss. Particularly at the point that I found out that Ron Goldman had a 6-inch criminal file. Interestingly enough, a judge issued an arrest warrant for $1,000. He was arrested and brought to court. The judge recalled the $1,000 arrest warrant and at that point in time dropped the most serious of the charges. and told Mr. Goldman to show up simply for the purpose of being punished for driving without his license. Ron Goldman failed to show up over the next 3.5 years and ran up gratuitous after gratuitous crime of fleeing the court, causing the court to issue over $16,000 in bench warrants and arrest warrants for his arrest for the simple charge of not having a license in possession. And on the basis of this, we wanted to look at his 6-inch criminal file. Ron Goldman's file is protected by California Government Code Section 6254, which we call the snitch law. It protects anyone who has been cooperating with law enforcement as a confidential informant.
Alright, so some interesting information. Probably worth a second look to see if it's true, but it fits the numerology pattern. There's definitely something up with Ron Goldman. Look at it one more time, Truth Seeker. Zoom it in here. Where is he at? Ron Goldman. Here we go. 4766. And when I look at these numbers, it makes me think of football, where O.J. Simpson's first famous from. And then he was in the movies. Think about that, how O.J. Simpson was also an actor. Football player actor. We've seen that many times. Anyhow, Ron is 47. Goldman is 66. It was the 47th season of the NFL where we had the first Super Bowl during the 66-67 season. It's right there in Ron Goldman. Probably all part of the numerological hoax of this story, Truth Seeker. All right. Until next time, let's think about why O.J. Simpson's smiling here. And her. Oh, I'm going to prison for 33 years. It could have been worse. All right. Let the madness in.